this is concerning, this is inconvenient, but we are doing everything we can to end this as soon as possible.
Now at 9, warehouse fire flare-up. New details on why this massive blaze reignited and just how long it could take to put out the flames.
Plus, newly released video of the moments before an LAPD officer shot and killed a family pet, raising questions about the use of force.
And a security guard hit by a car and gravely injured while walking home from his shift during the World Cup. Good evening. I'm Pat Harvey.
I'm Luzdelia Caballero. We begin with that breaking news. A flare-up today at the massive warehouse fire in Boyle Heights. SkyCal live over the scene tonight. That fire now burning for 2 days. The smoke spewing all across Southern California. Seen and smelled miles away in the San Gabriel Valley. We have team coverage for you tonight, starting with Luzdelia Caballero. She's live at Boyle Heights, where firefighters say they are actually making progress in the firefight. Luzdelia.
They are making progress, even though at times it might not look to be that way. And that's because they're calling this a very fluid and dangerous situation. Fluid in that there are going to be flare-ups, but they say that they are anticipating those flare-ups. Dangerous because firefighters can still not be able to go in at this moment because the conditions inside are just too dangerous for them to do so because of the smoke. But they say that there aren't hazardous materials that are burning inside, which is why they're saying that people are okay to be outside, though they recommend that they stay indoors as an extra precaution. We want to show you the building right now as firefighters continue the firefight. We're talking about a building that is 500,000 square feet. So it is a huge building. Inside this warehouse, there are 75,000 pallets of frozen food. So lots of combustible material there with the cardboard, the pallets, you name it. The aisles are 600 feet long and 54 feet high. So this is where the extremely dangerous situation arises for firefighters. It's one way in, one way out, and of course that height for them to get there to see where the seat of the fire is. Because of all the smoke, they can't actually get in, and they're working to get those robots inside to get a better view. That's why they are ventilating the building, and that's why you see all of this smoke coming out. That's where the progress comes in. So the progress is coming in as the ventilation comes, smoke comes out, and while it might look very, very bad, firefighters are saying that this is a good thing for them. In similar cases across the U.S., these types of fires could burn for 60 days, but LAFD has more advanced teams and techniques. We've seen water drop after water drop, and while that is unusual for this building in particular, fire officials say that the structure and the way it's built actually allows for the building to uphold the weight of the water, which has proven to be tremendously helpful in this firefight. There are 56 forklifts inside with lithium-ion batteries. A lot of them have been taken out. Firefighters have moved them away, and whatever lithium-ion batteries are inside, they're telling us that they're isolated, so they are not in harm's way, at least for now. And as we were saying before, these helicopter water drops continue. And firefighters actually talked to us about their approach, which is a unique one, and Mayor Bass calling it a bold one. Take a listen.
This is not normal. Fire departments around the world may wonder why we're doing this. The weight of a water drop can collapse a roof, but the building construction of this roof and the fact that there was no firefighters inside and no public safety risk made it an out-of-the-box prudent choice for us to put water drops and suppress the fire on the surface of this roof.
I just want to congratulate our fire department for being bold, for being aggressive, for using tactics that haven't been used before to respond to this emergency.
Now, it's kind of hard to see right now, but we did ask about the structural integrity of the building because we can visibly see part of it kind of caving in. And yes, we have seen water drop after water drop. So naturally, that question was asked. We were told that the walls are in fact showing signs of leaning in, but firefighters say this building is resilient. In fact, normally you would have some sort of insulation and wood, but this has steel, foam steel, because of the nature of what this facility is used for, and that's for a cold storage. So the walls are made of steel and it's interlocking. So if this roof collapses, we are told that it will rest on the aisle, so it isn't going to affect the structural integrity of the building. At this point, we are also told that anybody who has been affected with the air quality in or around this neighborhood can go to the Pecan Recreation Center. It's about 2.5 miles away from this building. It is open now, and they are taking as many people as they can fit in collaboration with the Red Cross. So again, if you have been impacted by the air quality, the smoke that's around this neighborhood, you can go to the Pecan Recreation Center. It is open right now, and they are taking people in as we speak. Reporting live in Boyle Heights, Luzdelia Caballero, CBS LA.
Luzdelia, thank you. And let's bring in now CBS LA assignment editor Mike Rogers at the desk, who's been looking into this company.
Yeah. Now, Mike, you reported on previous OSHA violations, but tonight you've obtained the citations that OSHA handed down.
Yeah, you know, Pat Rudabay, we had been asking Cal OSHA for that. We have gotten them tonight. These are from 2020 violations, 12 of them, in fact, that were issued against the Lineage company that is the operator of this warehouse, the owner and operator of this warehouse. Let's show you live pics now from SkyCal, who is still looking at the firefight that's obviously been going on in this. Now, we told you earlier about yesterday about these violations. Today, we've got a bit more details. Now, we want to be clear here before we start talking about them. The violations that are from this 2020 OSHA citation do not necessarily mean that the same thing or similar things have happened at this facility now. We just wanted to give you some of that transparent background on the facility. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of that. We have 12 violations totaling $73,000 in fines. Now, what are particularly interesting here is the ones that are related to the refrigeration aspect of this building, including the fact that OSHA says the employer, which is Lineage, did not make sure that the maintenance operators of the refrigeration system, the operator and 2 of their technicians involved in the ammonia refrigeration system, had and received effective training in how to deal with that. The violations go on to say that the employer, which again is Lineage, failed to inform the contractor that the work they were doing and near the process of that work risked fire, explosion, or toxic release hazards related to the contractor's work and the process. They also go on to say that the employer, again Lineage, failed to explain the ammonia refrigeration system to contractor employees and make sure that they understood the company's action plan as required by Cal OSHA rules. Now, again, that was in 2020. Let's show you video from 2024 where they had a similar fire on the roof involving the solar panels here at this same building known as Big Bear. Now, the cause of that fire in 2024 is unclear. We do also know that OSHA did not respond or investigate that fire in 2024. We know that there was another complaint filed against the company in 2023 that OSHA did not substantiate. They did not issue any violations. The building only built in 2018. We have been after Lineage for the past couple of days for any kind of response to the OSHA violations and to the 2024 fire. So far, they have not gotten back to us.
All right. Thanks for that update, Mike. Yep.